and Evo Chamber all just under this one Overlord. That's pretty interesting to see. He is getting upgrades for his melee attacks right now. Is he getting a Hive? Yes, he is. The Hive completing right now, so Ultralisks might be on the way here soon, as Greater Spire actually looks like it's coming out first, so not sure if he's going to be getting an Ultralisk Cavern or not, but fifth hatchery now for CatZ coming up. Oh, when did this get heard? I didn't even see it. There might have been a drop. I'm going to back up just a little bit and see. Yeah, there was a drop. Oh, I'm sorry, I missed that. Lots of, looks like just one medevac and 8 Marines got dropped over here, and CatZ is trying to hold it off here with some Mutalisks, some Infestors, Roaches, and Banelings. Sorry, I was talking about CatZ's main base while this was going on, but now we can see it thanks to the feature of Rewind. And this medevac is going to be destroyed by these Mutalisks. So the drop was thwarted. Probably a few units got killed. It looks like Harvester count CatZ is still up by 10, 81 to 71. Actually, 71 is a pretty surprising amount of Harvesters for PainUser, working off of only 3 bases, while CatZ has 5. All these barracks just churning out Marines and Marauders. Thors are now starting to be produced from at least this one factory, as well as some tanks from the others. The starport right now not really doing very much at all. Upgrades rolling all the time. Infernal Pre-Igniter, Infantry Armor level 2, Sensor Towers being built for PainUser, so he's starting to really turtle up here against CatZ and his 197 food army. PainUser sitting at only 151, so CatZ is going to try and be aggressive here soon. These Sensor Towers are complete. Good placement by PainUser, getting 2 full circles there to cover all of that area. All these Infestors and Roaches, not sure what they're going to be able to do. We'll have to see how CatZ chooses to attack here. It looks like he does have the army advantage. 3 Spinecrawlers being built here down at his 4th base. One of his many hatcheries. He's just building Spinecrawlers all over the place to prevent those drops and things. So, and he does have army left right here in the middle, so there's enough creep to get that army to defend any of these hatcheries. I like the placement there. Some Corruptors were built here, and with that Greater Spire completed, they could start being morphed into Broodlords. We'll see if CatZ chooses to do that or not. He is going to send a few Banelings out front here. It looks like they weren't very efficient, unfortunately, for CatZ. He's still at 196 food against 186, but PainUser doing a good job staying defensive. Oh no, he got another drop, I'm sorry. Got another drop down here. I'm not sure what he was able to kill. Actually, let me just back it up another 15 seconds here and see. Yes, he just drops here on the fringe of CatZ base. Probably able to take out this Queen and not a whole lot else before this huge cloud of Mutalisks shows up. 17 Mutas here, able to thin out that herd very quickly. However, PainUser did get the benefit of killing off that Evo Chamber that was upgrading something, so not a total loss for PainUser. And CatZ, obviously, it has him a little bit more defensive-minded, so he's not going to be able to attack. If he wanted to attack there, he won't be able to as easily. So, you know, 200 food for CatZ. He's totally mined out at his main. His natural has to be coming along there soon. He has not taken the gold yet, but check that out. He does have plans for a hatchery. He's sending a drone right now. Good eye, Josh. PainUser setting up his 4th base now. He's probably mined out at his main as well, almost, nearly. Planetary Fortress coming in there, so Mutas and Broodlords. These Broodlords are going to be very good for taking out that Planetary Fortress. It looks like PainUser is content with his giant army. Look at this unit mix. It used to be just MMM. Now it's got MMM tanks and Hellions with Blue Flame. Very good unit composition there. A good fungal there, back there, held up PainUser's attack a little bit, allowed CatZ some time to get into place against this giant force. Of course, CatZ is going to have to respond with his Broodlords here to be able to defend against this. Poor timing on the hatchery. It looks like it is going to be canceled in time, at least. He didn't lose all those minerals. Good fungal growth right there, allowing the Mutalisks and Roaches to be able to shoot slightly unhindered, but all these siege tanks back here blowing up the Roaches. All those Mutas fell to the mass of stimmed Marines. These Broodlords are going to be what end up saving the day here, I believe, for CatZ, keeping this attack from going too much farther. CatZ does have 199 food already, just rebuilding lots of Banelings and Roaches right now. If you look at the production tab, Taylor, or PainUser, doesn't have an answer for these Broodlords right now, so he's going to go ahead and retreat home with his 160-ish army right now. CatZ rebuilding all those Roaches and Banelings. Here he comes. Check out the big mass of rolling green guys. And this Thor does get fungal growth and attacked by Broodlords. He is going to be killed off by these Broodlings in just a second. There he goes. So PainUser Still on 4 bases. CatZ still on 4 mining bases. PainUser on 3 mining bases. Actually, soon to be 2.5. That one's about finished there. It is natural. PainUser drops a scan right there. These siege tanks are in line to knock down these broodlings, but all these stemmed marines coming in trying to kill off the broodlords. One does go down very quickly. 2 left alive right now. Good fungal growth there to keep those marines of PainUser out of reach, but Vikings were built apparently at some point to be able to take out these broodlords. This one with 9 kills, not really going to be able to do much else here. Maybe kill off the reactor. Yes, he does, before finally going down. CatZ doing a bit of a pronged attack here. Unfortunately for him, these banelings and roaches are not going to be super effective against this planetary fortress unless he's able to hit directly into them. Almost no SCVs killed there, unfortunately for CatZ, and CatZ actually is a bit behind now. He's building 5 Ultralisks and 7 Broodlords right now, going straight for all tier 3 units against this huge unit mixture of PainUser. Ultras and Broodlords, of course, are going to be a bit weak against those Vikings. Any air units that PainUser chooses to build would be very useful for him right now, but you know, 7 Broodlords is quite a few, so he is going to be able to take out this planetary fortress and probably the next one before those Marines are able to really counter anything. You know, I just don't really know what to expect at this point. CatZ is expanding here again at his gold, but PainUser doesn't want that to happen. He's moving with his ground army while these Broodlords attack this planetary fortress. He needs to start attacking these SCVs, and there he does. One Broodlord gets a little bit too close to those turrets. The SCVs are being thinned out there, killed off slowly by the Broodlords. Finally, that turret's taken down, but not until after losing a Broodlord. Vikings now showing up, killing off these Broodlords. CatZ looks like he might be in danger here soon. He does have his full ground army over here with these Ultralisks and Roaches taking on this huge amount of units here from PainUser. Let me just get that tab out of the way so we can see it unfold. These Ultras go down so fast to these tanks, especially the sieged ones, and now not a lot was achieved by CatZ in that exchange. CatZ only at 162 food, PainUser only at 159, but has his whole army intact right now, whereas CatZ really does not. He's got 71 workers being dropped very quickly, 18 Mutalisks being built right now at a single time. This hatch does go down. PainUser getting a minor victory finally, and CatZ was not able to take out this planetary fortress with those 7 Broodlords. He is sending a lot of Speedlings right now somewhere to mess with PainUser, but this sensor tower knows all, he sees all, and there's a sieged tank somewhere blasting away at these SCVs. Not sure where that is. Oh, SCVs dying left and right to these Speedlings. Lots of Banelings morphing right here. PainUser actually very immobile right now. He does a couple of drops here, stemmed up with his tier 1 units, killing off these extractors. Only a few Mutalisks here to be able to defend against this. I have a feeling they're not going to be enough. We'll just have to see. Man, one more shot on the Marine would have done the trick, but this, like I said earlier, this giant immobile siege tank army still here. CatZ thinning out the SCV count of PainUser. If you look at units, it is 50 SCVs to only 38 drones right now. So CatZ losing this expansion is a very huge deal. PainUser, of course, has not lost an expansion yet. He did lift off from here earlier when these Zerglings showed up. Actually, no, that was a planetary fortress, so that had to have died at some point. Oh, all those Banelings that were morphing right here went and killed this planetary fortress. So they've each traded a base, but now PainUser's running rampant in CatZ territory without a lot of response here. We have 15 Mutalisks here, not a ton of AA out of PainUser, so they might be able to thin this out quickly, but this hatch is going to go down to the huge amount of Marauders and sieged tanks. This infestation pit is going to go down as well, and CatZ really doesn't have the units to counterattack very well, and PainUser, I have a feeling, is going to be taking this game quite soon. He's got a lot of tanks and Marauders still alive against just a handful of Mutas. It looks like he does have a lot of Vikings and Hellions showing up now to help against those Mutas. So PainUser building just tons and tons of units, getting whatever he can to dominate both the ground and the air. Unfortunately for CatZ, the Broodlord offensives didn't really work out in his favor. PainUser was able to defend all that quite nicely, and just a long macro game turned into an eventual Terran advantage here and there. CatZ attacks just weren't very effective where PainUser's were, where he was able to kill off a couple of hatcheries down here and eventually seal the game. So good game to PainUser. Like I said, this is a best of 3 though, so now I'm going to cast the next game, Game 2. Come with me.